Akash and you're watching Tic Tac Tech, and today we're going to basically be showing the difference between MiUi5 and MiUi6. Now a lot of you guys using the Redmi 1S and the Mi3 and a couple of other phones are going to be getting this update very shortly. So I wanted to illustrate the very simple differences that are there between the two skins from Xiaomi. So this right here is the Mi 4 on my left. It's got MiUi6 running out of the box. That right there is the Redmi Note 3G, which has MiUi5 running out of the box. Now let's start with lock screens. That's one of the main differences here. This is the default lock screen. You can just open it by swiping up, as opposed to in the Mi 3 where you had to do this. You also had an option of opening by camera, opening your message, or opening your dialer straight off. And in MiUi6 you have that option of just going straight to your camera with a quick swipe, and you have the camera app right there. So that is that. Another great thing with the lock screen here is I don't have any notifications right now, but it has the ability to show notifications here, which is very cool, similar to iOS. It also has the ability to have a notification count over here, which shows you how many notifications you've got pending that you haven't checked out yet. Apart from this is what MiUi6 looks like. That's what MiUi5 looks like. I want to pump up the brightness to full so you can get a good view of everything. Yes, as you can right there. So this is the difference. As you can see here, the icons still remain rounded, but in MiUi6, as you can see right over here, they've gone with flat design and the icons look gorgeous. Also, like Hugo Bala told me on the launch a couple of days back, the MiUi6 uses a violent splash of colors, which is very beautiful to look at. They've done that to all their icons, their themes, everywhere. Looks very beautiful. That is very different from the more sober approach, or slightly sober approach, that they took with MiUi5 that you can see here. Here they had, icons that were not using flat design, the older kind of thing, and it was very different what they had going right there. So that is one of the important differences that you can see here visually. Even the font selection that they've used here is more minimal and clean. Overall, MiUi6 uses much more modern design language. I think it's cleaner, sharper, and more beautiful looking. And MiUi5, as you can see, didn't have that. So that's a very wonderful change. Personally, I don't really like MiUi5. I think it was very mediocre looking. But with MiUi6, my opinion has changed, and I think it looks rather beautiful, as you can see over here. Very, very good design. I'm going to go to one of my favorite themes to illustrate the ones that I really like. It's this one. It's called Feeling Blue. It's a gorgeous looking theme, and I think it's one of the many themes that makes MiUi6 look beautiful. That's that. And the next difference that I'd like to show you guys is how how you can redesign your home screen. So with MiUi6 you had to press the menu button here. You open it up and you could go to wallpapers and make all those changes. This didn't look that good, but with MiUi6 you can just press this button right here. It opens the multitasker, and if you want to rearrange your desktop, you do this. You pinch the screen and you get all these options. Very, very good look. Very good options. It's very nice. First one is to move your apps. So you hit that. Just drag all the apps that you want to drag. You can even bundle them together if you want. You can do that. And up next, after that, they have the option to add widgets. You can change your wallpaper. There are loads of default wallpapers. Okay, these are the default wallpapers, not the heart one. They're all default wallpapers and they look really good. And then you have the option to have FX, which is my favorite. One of my favorite FX is the rotate, which you can see here. I also happen to be a big fan of tumble, which is a very nice effect as well. I'm going to go with tumble. So as you can see here, it looks very, very good. So that's what's new in MiUi6 as far as redesigning your home screen is concerned. And I must say it looks very good. I'm not sure if my camera is able to illustrate the difference here, but I'd like you to know that it's a gorgeous looking display. I really like MiUi6 a lot when compared to MiUi5. I don't like MiUi5 at all, in fact, because the design, as I said, is much more flat, better modern design language, and just looks so good on this display, especially the Mi4's gorgeous 5-inch JDI display, which is Full HD. The next difference that I want to talk about is how the MiUi treats multitasking. Now, previously, you had to hold the button here in MiUi, and you get all these options. You also had the, that option to clear up your RAM. In MiUi6, you don't have to long press that button. You just have to press it one time, and you get all this. You have two options. You can either treat them with icons, or if you don't want icons, you can just pinch the screen like this, and you get all the app windows instead of app icons, which is pretty cool. If you don't want it, you can just pinch it back and it's normal again. So that's again another important difference over here. So MiUi is giving you a lot of choice, to do things how you like them. So I like them like this in icons. So I'm going to go ahead with that and close all these apps. And there is the RAM cleaner, which does that as well. So that's another very important difference. As you can see, the effects look very good. And it's another primary difference right there. Next, what they've done is they've made a big difference, huge change. That right there is a notification, as you can see. They appear like this in little bubbles, and if you don't want them, you can just swipe them to the right. Even calls appear in the same fashion. So the MiUi6 does not hijack your screen with displaying a call. In case I'm playing a game or if I'm checking out a few pictures, it doesn't hijack my screen. It just gives me a neat little shade like that, and you can just agree to take the call or dismiss it right there. It'll just take a little thing. I'll show you that very shortly. But first, let's go to the notification shade. Now, this was what it was previously. You were notifications, you had toggles. So that's how MiUi5 did it. Wasn't very good. MiUi6 does it like this. They have a notification shade that's like this. When you go swipe to the right, you get all your toggles. You can go up here and check them all out. And there's also brightness. You can also jump straight to settings, and you can play music from this place. So this, as you can see, is very easily inspired by Apple's iOS, this design here, but it looks very good. So I really like what they've done with the shade over here. And one thing I didn't like is that so we checked out all these features. Another important change they've made is the use of the lock screen key. Now, if you hard press the lock screen key, you get 4 options. There's airplane, there's silent, there's reboot, and there's power off. And as you might have noticed so far, there's lots of fancy animation everywhere. When you hit airplane, so the flight goes up like that, as you saw, and you're in airplane mode. So MiUi is filled with amazing animations all over the place. And then when you hit silent, there's a little animation there as well. So they've given it a lot of minimal animation, they've given it a lot of minimal design, and it looks very good. It works very well, and I'm very, very impressed with this version of MiUi. I'm a CyanogenMod mod user. I am a guy who loves stock Android, and MiUi6 has managed to impress me with all its design powers. The next change I want to talk about is a very important change. They've redesigned all their basic apps, and these apps look absolutely gorgeous. I want to start with the camera app, which I think is a very good redesign. When you swipe left, you get a bunch of these important options. There's panorama, there's audio, there's HDR, highlight tones, there's refocus. You can even jump to manual there, and there are a bunch of there's burst shooter and a bunch of things. There's also a bigger setting thing you can get into by clicking that. And when you swipe right, you get a whole range of filters, which is very cool. So if I want that filter, I've got it, and then I can take it off, go back to something else, or just go back to normal. So that's how that works, and it's a very nice addition. You can also change your camera by doing this. You swipe up, you get to the front app, you swipe back like this, and you're back to the back rear camera. Flash can also be toggled through this little button here, and overall it's a very, very good looking camera app. It works fast, and what I love about it, at least in the Mi 4, is that you get instant shutter, which is very cool. Almost instant shutter, which is very cool. Okay, it's having a little trouble focusing over here, but when I was in bright sunlight, I was able to get instant shutter, which worked very well. So that's the camera app that they've redesigned. A lot of other apps they've redesigned include My favorite being the compass, which looks very good. Now when you hold it like this, right, you get to see southwest, northwest and all that stuff. But when I do this to it, I can actually look at a building or whatever, and I can turn it like this and it shows me what I'm looking at, which is very, very cool. So, and it just looks very, very gorgeous. They've done a very good job with redesigning this. As you can see, more of the modern design language has been put into that aspect of the app. The clock even looks very, very good. It looks straight out of a modern sci-fi movie. Alarms look very good, and I like how you can, use all these things. And what else has been changed? They've also got the scanner, they've got a SIM toolkit. Calculator looks kind of nice and fresh. Again, it's inspired by a lot of other Android calculators that I've seen in the past. And yes, that's what it looks like. The gallery app, as you know, has also been redone. So this is what it looks like. It's a very, very good looking, operating system, MiUi6. It has officially become one of my favorite custom ROMs, despite the fact that I'm a very strong CyanogenMod user. So that was my quick run through of what is different between MiUi5 and MiUi6. As promised, I will now show you. I'm a huge fan of MiUi6. I think it's a brilliant redesign, and I think it is definitely a custom ROM that is worthy of the excellent Mi4. If you want to check out our Mi4 review, our camera review, full review, gaming review, you'll find all the relevant links around this screen that you're looking at right now. And we've also compared the Mi4 to the OnePlus One, another video that you'll find linked either in the description or on the screen itself. And personally, I'm very, very, very impressed with the MiUi6. I think it is an excellent custom ROM, and that a lot of you should consider it. It's my first other alternative to CyanogenMod or stock Android, and it's done very well. But also I'm waiting to see how MiUi6 behaves on the less powerful phones like the Redmi Note 3G over here, for example, because it's doing a great job on the Mi4, because Mi4 has a Snapdragon 801 and 3 GB of RAM and other amazing specs. But less powerful phones like the Redmi 1S and the Redmi Note 3G and 4G, I want to see how MiUi6 works on them, if it is as fluidic and as fast. I have a feeling it won't be, because even MiUi5 isn't that great on phone, on older Xiaomi phones. So I want to see that. If you want to see all those updates and all those videos that I'm promising, you can hit the subscribe button, which is below this video, the red button. Also give us a like on this video if you did like what we did with our explanation of the difference between MiUi5 and MiUi6. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.